Do you like dragons? How about delving through dungeons? If these are your thing, then listen close. We here at Triadic Entertainment are doing a brand new podcast called Dungeon Delvers, where me and my co-host Tim will be playing our way through a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons campaign hosted by our good friend Ray. It will be full of thrills, spills and laughter, and we hope you enjoy it. So join us for Dungeon Delvers, coming soon. Hi, and welcome to another episode of Ted and Tim's Brain Fart. I'm Ted and/or Tim.
I'm Tim and/or Ted.
And today we are going to be asking the question, which would be the worst fictional high school to attend?
Okay. When you say, do you want to give us an example of this?
Well, I'm talking about the fictional high schools. Any fictional high school. I'm talking like, Sunnydale High from Buffy. I'm talking the Magic School from Charmed.
Oh, all right.
I'm talking
okay. All right.
Fictional secondary school to attend.
Okay.
Angel Grove from the Power Rangers. I could go on. Harry Potter's Hogwarts.
Xavier School for Gifted Children?
Yeah, we'll include that, yeah.
No, that's my answer. I'll go with this. Right?
You're going with that one,
I'm going with it. Bear with me, right?
Okay.
You're a mutant, so you're a social outcast already.
Right.
You're basically running around with a band of heroic terrorists.
Okay.
Okay, and you don't know what your power is. Well,
but by that point, you'd know if you had a power, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I assume I have a power. I'm not the only normal kid in there.
Yeah, because you'd have gone there.
Yeah. So what's your power? I'm normal, boy.
Yeah. What's your power? I'm not here. I'm here for diversity. I'm diversity boy.
Student exchange program.
I'm here so that they can't say we're not an equal opportunities.
I've come over from Hogwarts. When do you guys have Defense Against the Dark Arts? Can't see it on my timetable. We've just got anti-Magneto lessons.
That's nearly the same, isn't it?
Expelliarmus. Stop that, it's rude. Trying to write.
So yeah.
Right. Yeah, so you're a mutant, so you're a social outcast.
Yep.
You've got a power that you probably don't know how to control that's probably shitty because you're not on the X team.
Okay.
Do you want to give me a power? See how I can live in a school like this.
Do you want to give you a power?
Give me a power.
All right. You have the powers of a hagfish.
You love hagfish.
I
You
do
do
love
both hagfish. Give me a different power that you haven't used like 19 million times.
This is the first time I've used it on.
No.
As far as they know, it is.
It's not.
All right, you have. We'll give you angel wings, like one of the X-Men, one of the characters in X-Men.
Oh, great. Okay, so these are permanent angel wings. They're not like ones that
no, they
right, so
are feathered and attached to your back.
Already, I cannot get decent clothes.
You get a nice tailor.
No.
Yeah.
No, look, there's nothing you can do to an ordinary set of clothes to make them accommodate wings. There is.
No, but you can get a tailor to tailor you a proper set of clothes.
You could describe a set of clothes that could have wings in the back.
Big,
full-on angel wings.
A shirt with a couple of slits in it, right?
No, because you imagine how you've got to put that on, right? You've got to get your wings fully extended to go through the slits, right? Because it's bigger than your arms already, okay? This is coming over your head, okay? Bear that in mind.
Yeah, I know.
You can't. There's just nothing you can do.
Velcro like a stripper.
That's your only option, isn't
Velcro
it?
Velcro like a stripper.
Yeah, that's the. So I can't wear strippers clothes to school.
Yeah, you can.
I'm a social outcast. I'm ashamed of my body purely because I can't wear a shirt.
Okay.
I'm probably uncomfortable to sit in a chair.
Yep.
Properly like we are now, slouched back.
So far you've complained about the power, less about the school.
I'm getting to it, right? Because I'm going to get bullied to shit.
By whom?
I don't know, Pyro.
Why?
Why not?
He because he was a bellend.
Yeah, he's an ordinary-looking kid, right?
Didn't he go off and live with
don't they all?
The other guys. So
kids are kids. There's going to be bullies in the class.
There'll be bullies in the class, but you're going to get bullied regardless of what school you go to. There'll be someone.
Decent power. I don't know, like Xavier's powers.
Yeah.
No bullies anymore. You're the bully.
Yeah, exactly. You become the bully then.
There are only two kinds of kids at school: the bullies and not the bullies.
The bullies and Xavier.
I love that because that's scenario. Xavier's getting bullied. I don't want to go to school today. You have to. You're the professor.
But Mom.
So yeah, right. So I'm a social outcast. The school's under attack every other week.
Right.
From either Magneto or just the government.
Yeah.
And yeah, what have I got to look forward to? I get qualifications that aren't widely accepted anywhere else because anybody who knows about Xavier School knows that I'm a mutant.
Yep.
So I can't get go and get my degree, and we can get this Xavier School for Gifted. What now? I'm sorry. Hey?
Gifted children.
Yeah.
It's a Xavier School for gifted children, though, isn't it? It's not called Gifted Mutants.
Yeah, but everybody would know that it's a mutant factory.
It's not a factory.
It is, though, isn't it? It churns out qualified mutants. And what if I don't want to become a professor of history or physics? Because that's all they teach there.
Is it?
Pretty much.
Then don't.
What if I want to become an engineer with my angel wings? Can't get under a car. You should not be able to go to a school that genuinely has a room called the Danger Room. Where you mandatorily take lessons.
But what he's doing there is he's training the children for a very specific set of purposes. No different, slightly more extreme, but it's no different from a military academy that we have now.
Yeah. I don't agree that it's no more extreme.
And in fact, if you look back over the English school and history, the private schools would have boarding schools and whatnot would actually have mandatory gun training and machine gun training and grenade throwing and stuff like that, particularly during the 1910 sort of around in preparation for the First World War and stuff. So having a danger room is no excuse. There is a massive history of schools militarizing children, right? That's pretty much a done thing in any culture. So that itself can't be a. That's just a normal school then.
In this school, right?
Normal school with powers.
All these mutants, they end up getting like code names based around their mutant powers. Do I get to choose it, or is it the teachers get together, have a meeting, and assign me?
I don't know. I imagine that they assign it based on whatever you're most uncomfortable with, like Cyclops bullying him because he can't not wear glasses. And
Wolverine, you're a female wolf, you little shit. You're a girl. Who am I gonna be?
You're gonna be
Angel the stripper.
Angelos. I assume you're Puerto Rican.
No, I'm not. That's where the bullying comes in.
Who you are now.
Yeah. He's going to release kicking wings. They're not kicking wings. They're full-on angel wings. Look at them. They're functional. Yeah, kicking wings.
They call you the emu.
Buffalo.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, so my hands down. What other school are you going to get bullied at like that? To that extent, where bullying is actively encouraged.
All schools get bullying.
Actively encouraged? By the tutors.
I'd argue that if you went to the Harry Potter, the institutionalized bullying that went on there was the teachers as well.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. So, when they get a corrupt tutor involved.
Yeah, and Snape was pretty bad, just generally across the board.
Yeah,
favoritism and singling out students and bullying them.
All right.
So yeah. I think that you've set the bar not low enough.
All right. What you go with then?
I was debating going with Sunnydale High.
Buffy's.
The Buffy the Vampire Slayer, because you have all the same sort of reasons. It's dangerous. It's constantly under attack. There's creatures and demons and vampires and stuff trying to kill you constantly, but you have no powers. And you're defended by a bumbling Englishman and a little tiny girl who can fight maybe one or two vampires at a time. And statistically, everybody in Sunnydale High at some point or another died,
no.
including the Vampire Slayer twice.
There was a lot of folk who still didn't know anything about vampires in that whole town, in that whole school.
Yeah, but there was a lot of people that died. I mean, at one point they opened up the gates to hell and had a full-on battle in the hell. And towards the end of one of the last seasons.
Yeah,
they
the whole of Sunnydale disappeared in a hellmouth. As a graduation party, that sucks. But for a lot of the students there, they were blissfully unaware till suddenly the school sank into a big hole.
Yeah, it was a lot of death and destruction. And to be fair, the survival rate of getting out of high school should be counted into whether or not it's a good high school. Surely, if you spend, say, I don't know what high school is in America. Is it 7 years or is it 5 years?
I have no idea.
I don't know how their schooling works. But you say you did the 5 years. If it was England, it would be 5 years. You did 5 years in secondary school, and you get right to the end, and then all of a sudden you sink into a mouth of hell and get eaten by a demon. I don't consider that a good school. I wouldn't think to myself as I was being
you'd
eaten.
go down well qualified.
I don't think as I was being eaten by that demon. I don't think I'd think, you know what? If I was going to have kids, I'd send them to this school. I feel so safe.
True, but I guess in that respect, none of the schools on our list are pretty good.
I don't know. It must be. We must have one school on our list. It's all right. Sunnydale High, not Sunnydale High. Angel Grove.
Angel Grove, yep. City's constantly destroyed by giant
monsters, but
including the giant robots that come to try and save us.
But the thing about the Power Rangers is nobody ever dies.
Oh.
Power Rangers are a bit like the Looney Tunes of TV, aren't they? I don't recall seeing a time when they don't save the day and that everyone comes back. Like people get eaten by the monster and then they'll fight the monster and then the monster will burst and then everyone will return to their previous positions, slightly unaware, but they know that they were saved by the Power Rangers, but unaware of who they were. So I'd say that's probably safer.
Yeah, that's probably the safest school purely because, like you say, nobody dies. That's
yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
And
what else we got? Should we argue the merits of Hogwarts? Attacked by a Dark Lord every year.
Every year.
It's like clockwork.
But the thing is, he waits for him as well. It's like, it's still some holidays. I'll be there soon.
Yeah. Christmas break, eh? To be continued.
Well, just you just go on your break, and I'll just have a cup of tea.
Yeah,
a bit of a rest.
Oh, that's the recess bell.
But yeah, that's a.
That bell's for me, not for you.
Yeah, Hogwarts was a weird school, to be fair. It's teachers taking sides. Essentially a internal conflict with the teachers where they all hate each other, but then they take it out on each other by fighting the students.
Yeah.
They don't teach the students things that they require. I mean, they taught them... I don't. It's been a while since I read the Harry Potter books, and I haven't seen the movies. And I know I'll get a lot of stick for that, but I don't care. They essentially teach them how to turn animals into cups in the transmutation class. I remember that.
Yeah.
Turning animals into cups. They teach them how to levitate stuff, how to put a boggart thing back in a cupboard, and how to predict the future. But none of those things have got transferable job skills.
Well, not to the Muggle world, no.
Well, if everybody knows how to transfer stuff into cups, if that's taught in high school, there is no job outside of that transferring stuff into cups.
Yeah, but it's how well you can turn it. Can you turn this swan into a beautiful cup? Yes, yes, I can.
Everyone can.
No. Some might get a shitty cup. Some might just blow it up.
Well,
Neville Longbottom, for example.
Well, yeah,
you don't want him making your cups, do you?
Wasn't he like a non-magical folk? He only just qualified as magical because he was just shit lucky. But
the Longbottoms were a magical family.
Yeah, but he's a squib, isn't he? He's a non-magician born from two magicians, just like the guy that was the Filch guy.
No, because he could use magic.
Yeah, but not well, and that was the point. He could never be taught. That was the thing with Neville. He could never be taught properly. He could only be taught. He was when he started. He was at the level he was gonna finish at. He just happened to be quite good at gardening.
Yeah,
or something.
Oh well,
but yeah,
got enough snakeheads.
Yeah,
that's his special power.
That's a good special power. If you fight a lot of snakes.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
No, there was one in that 8-year film.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So
yeah. What? All right. So that's. What other schools we got then?
What about the Jedi Academy?
When in the Jedi Academy?
The only time we really see the Jedi Academy is technically, because obviously there's been a lot of debate since Disney took over that the Old Republic storylines and the Old Republic, all the stuff from the past that aren't film canon, are no longer canon. So the only time we really see it, if he's going from the film situation, is in where you see it briefly in the first three, the episodes 1, 2, and 3, the prequel movies. And by the time it ends at episode 3, they've all been murdered.
Yeah.
So possibly not the safest school.
I don't know, because it had one defining murderous event.
Yeah, but
in its 10,000-year history that was established.
Yeah. But it was pretty murderous. It was.
Don't get me wrong. It was, as far as murderous events go, that was the one.
It was the most murderous.
But well, if you qualified before Anakin did, you're fine.
No, you weren't, because how many Jedis were left at the end?
As far as we know, 2.
Exactly.
As far as we know.
Yeah.
You could have survived. I mean, not going with the Disney canon stuff. Kyle Katarn, for example, in the games, he was a Jedi that survived.
Yeah,
And
but
became not a Jedi, and then became a Jedi.
if you go by the game canons, there's all kinds of stuff that didn't.
Exactly.
Darth Vader had an apprentice in one set of the games, didn't he? In Force Unleashed.
Yeah, something like that.
So, but yeah.
So there's potential. I mean, if you weren't there that day, if you called in sick that day,
and I would have, because
you'd have known, you'd have been involved.
I'd have seen the time. Hang on a minute, I gave these guys this order. That was a silly idea.
Okay, order number 66, you're up. Wait a minute.
But yeah, all right. So they were successful to a point.
Yeah, let's say that in the film history, the Republic been going for 10,000 years with the Jedi Academy outlasting them.
Right, but the Sith have also outlasted them, and they seem to have managed to contain, quite a good knowledge store without having to have a school.
The Sith Academy, I think, is you got again one student, one tutor.
Yeah.
And the only way to graduate is to kill your tutor.
Well, that's what they say, but all of the game canon says that the Sith were a race, and then they were an established planet within a religion and stuff, and so it was only since sort of they got whittled away by the Jedi in an act of genocide.
Yeah, very true, very true. All right. Any other schools?
I don't know. You got any other schools?
I ain't got any other schools.
Come on, man.
Fictional high schools.
Fictional high schools. There'll be one. Rydale High.
I don't know.
You'd love that one.
Do I?
Yeah. No, you would. Because after one of our previous or future coming episodes, it depends on which order we release these.
Okay.
Rydale High is the high school from Grease, the musical.
A spoiler for the musical episode. Somebody doesn't like musicals. or we established that living in a constant musical would be hell, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So, Rydale High.
All right.
Periodically.
Bust out into song. Right. You already know my feelings on this.
Okay.
This is a living hell. I would rather live in Buffy's hell mouth than in a living musical. It's no contest for me. I don't want to be somebody else's backup singer and dancer whilst they're fanning around pretending to be the cool guy who's doing something. I don't know. I didn't watch the film. I couldn't. Too much music and numbers. I assume there were numbers involved. Were there numbers involved?
In
I don't know, in anything.
Sorry,
you were too busy texting. You leave me to try and shout at me. Oh, we've had this issue before.
Yeah.
I had a 5-minute rant about something earlier.
Yeah. Earlier today, or in a future podcast. In our sister show.
Yeah.
Dungeon
Delvers.
You can plug our sister show if you fancy it.
Yeah, I'll plug our sister show. Dungeon Delvers, where we play D&D, or attempt to play D&D.
Yep. Well,
and we come up with a really brilliantly bad way to come up with a character. And, if you don't like D&D, I suggest you listen to it, because it's amazing.
And if you do like D&D, I suggest you listen to it with a pinch of salt, because
it's not great.
It could be a bit all over the place. No, it'll be good. It'll be fun. It'll be brilliant.
That's the plan.
That's the plan. Okay. Well, there's the Unseen University. That's a university. It's not a high school. It's not a secondary school. It's a university, but it's still an educational establishment. Try that one.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
That's quite a dangerous one to live in, because
it's very dangerous. Yep.
As Terry Pratchett established in the Discworld series, if you want to move up the ranks of wizardry, you have to do it over the dead bodies of your colleagues.
Yeah. It means whenever you get a position of stature, everybody below you is after your slippers. Not to mention that every other week there's an explosion in the tower somewhere, probably you're part of. You could end up as an orangutan running a library, for example.
Yeah, and obviously, all kinds of things can go wrong.
And often do. See, I'd end up being a Rincewind character.
Just running away from everything.
Yeah.
Well, Rincewind was able to survive for so long simply because he had one of the oldest known spells that wants to be said but can't be said in his brain. And because it's semi-sentient, it kept pushing all the other spells out. That's why he was a crap wizard.
Yep.
But But yeah, so that's one.
Okay, any other magical university?
We've got, in case any of you read books, Trudy Canavan's Magician's Guild.
Oh, yeah, yeah. See, so that's got a rich history. That's 7, 8, 9 books long.
There's a lot, isn't there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just having a quick look at the shelf to see if we can figure out how many books it is, but they're not exactly in order.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7.
Okay, you've got 2 of Magician's Guild, by the way. Did you know?
Yeah. I don't know where I got the second one from.
Oh, nice. But yeah, so
yeah,
that one.
So to start with, if you was to go back chronologically and not book release, there's the Magician's Apprentice, where to become a magician you had to be an apprentice of a magician, not go to a school.
Yeah, that was before they set up the guild, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then eventually they set up the guild, which became a school.
Yeah,
where they shared all their knowledge, because otherwise before that the
people were dying and losing the skills and stuff.
Yeah, magicians were keeping their newfound spells secret and to themselves,
and a lot of knowledge was being lost. Yeah. And they set it up, and then they split everything into 3 categories, didn't they? They split it into healing magic,
war magic,
and alchemist magic.
Yeah,
didn't they?
That's it.
So it was like research and development, healing, and fighting.
Yeah.
But as a school, it was fairly good. It was a little bit of bullying, but you get a bit of bullying in schools.
Yeah.
And we established earlier that bullying happens. It's not a good thing. It's not a thing that should happen, but it
Don't
does.
condone bullying, but we can't solve it either. So
no. So
unless every child is taught in isolation,
and that leads to poor social constraints. I know people that have been taught to homeschooled, and they are so chronically shy. It takes them. They have an inability to deal with stress and changes in people, and it's not good for you to be socially isolated.
I don't know. I do hate a lot of people.
Oh, hating people is my favorite. It's my favorite pastime, though. If I didn't know people, how would I hate them?
I don't know. I hate people I haven't met.
Yeah, but
I hate people on TV all the damn time.
That's fair.
All right. So again, there's only one event in that entire series of books where the college, the guild, I should say, is a dangerous place.
And that's when they were
attacked.
Yeah, by basically rivals, weren't they?
Yeah. Saxon magicians. Yeah.
And that was brought on by themselves by
being shitty.
Yeah, basically penalising people and setting off. So essentially, they set off a thermonuclear device, didn't they?
Yeah.
And turned half of their city and half of their land into a desert. So you can sort of understand why the other team the guys would be a bit angry.
A little bit
but as a school, it was fairly safe.
That's what. Yeah. But we were looking for the worst school.
Yeah, I'm saying it's.
So as a school, spot on. Yeah, everybody became magicians. They all became. You all graduated with the title of Lord or Lady.
Yep. They all did it. It was that was a success all round, I think.
That was a successful school.
Yeah, that fails all of our criteria.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we should establish just a little bit of criteria then. So
all right. Yeah, we need to get some rules to figure out.
We need to get some rules to figure out how we're going. So
survivability past graduation.
Survivability past graduation.
I think that's a key one.
Okay.
Applicable knowledge.
Yep. Usable knowledge. Yeah.
That's it. Anything else? What?
Something to do with the teachers, the quality of the teachers, because
or whether or not the teachers bully you.
Well, yeah, the quality of the teachers. Like if you're talking defense against the dark arts, not the best quality of teachers. If you're talking,
I don't know. Eventually, they got Lupin.
Yeah, but they only got him for a little while, didn't they? Before he had to bugger off because he was a werewolf.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert: he's a werewolf.
Dumbledore dies.
Does he? You've ruined that for me now.
Sorry.
It's
not a spoiler.
At least announce spoiler.
Everybody knew it.
Did they?
Everybody knows he's dead. He's dead. Harry dies. Everybody dies.
Yes, they all die. Yeah, because
everybody dies in Harry Potter.
But yeah, so we've got 3 criteria.
Yeah. Okay. Right, so
how are we scoring the criteria?
1 to 5.
1 to 5.
Yeah. I'll get a bit of paper.
Oh, you get a bit. It's getting serious.
Yeah, I'll get a bit of paper. Otherwise, we won't remember the scores.
No, we won't. And then we'll have to listen to it back and get ourselves confused. Oh, he's getting serious.
All right. So What school's up first?
So let's go for. We started with the X Mansion, didn't we? You started up there, so let's start with the Xavier School for Gifted Children.
All right, let me just write down the criteria. What were they?
Case in point now, proof that we.
What are we doing?
Proof that we've got a memory of.
Right. So we had
survivability past graduation. We had applicable knowledge. We had usable skills.
Okay.
And quality of teachers.
Anything else you want to add before I draw this as a table?
I was just seeing if there's anything else there, but I don't think I've got any more.
Right. So, out of 5, so a maximum score of 15. Then we'll rate these. So X Mansion, survivability.
Survivability amongst the students, fairly good.
They were hunted to extinction.
When?
When
the apocalypse things happen.
Yeah, there was that, and then as soon as Xavier dies, the school pretty much crumbled. They were constantly being chased by the Sentinel robots. They were
but that was war and racial cleansing. That's not. It's
pretty prominent in the whole X universe.
That's outside of the school, just inside the schooling environment. If you got there,
well, survivability past graduation.
Well, no, think about it. The school must have been going for longer than 5 minutes because Scott and that lot did their tenure there. Because in one of the movies, Storm said that she was a student there.
Yeah.
So she's a student there, and then all the way up to professor. So survivability past graduation. He survived really well past graduation.
Yeah. If you don't leave the school, you're golden.
Right. So what I'm saying is that the school up to a point, all right, survivability wasn't great when ethnic cleansing started, but no school is great when ethnic cleansing starts. Because unfortunately,
yeah. But to be fair, in most of
racial
the schools, that didn't become much of an issue. So in our fictional schools here, this is what I'm referring to.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying to you is that you've got to take the outside universe away from it and just look at the school. The school, if they.
All right. Okay. Yep.
So
you had your war games against each other. You might get injured, but
no one dies.
Yeah. All right. So what we're doing out of 5?
Say 4.
All right. I'll give it
I'll
bend to a 4.
Okay.
I'll bend to a 4. Knowledge.
Do
you get applicable knowledge? You taught how to fight.
History
and maths.
Physics
and
maths. Physics. Yeah. Was it physics and maths as well?
Well, essentially the same physics, just hard maths.
Yeah. All right. So, not really very useful unless you're becoming a physicist
or a mathematician. Oh wait,
or a mathematician, or a history
healer,
teacher,
or
a fighter.
Yeah. So
unless you're becoming an X-Man,
very specific. Yeah. So yeah. Unless you're becoming an X-Man.
Which I'd argue that's a 1 in applicable job skills.
Yep. Yeah. Because they've usually got a full team, and there's only so many seats on that plane.
Exactly, yeah.
A whole class can't graduate at the same time.
Exactly, yeah. If 15 of you graduate, there's not going to be 15 extra X-Men, is there? There's going to be 1 extra X-Men and, say, 14 other people just sitting in the X-Mansion eating food.
Okay, so teachers. Okay, so let's go over the teachers. Okay, you've got Xavier. Teaching physics and maths.
Yeah, he's fairly...
I think he did history as well.
History as well.
Right. Then we've got Scott Summers. Don't know what he teaches. I'm guessing battle strategies.
He teaches how to wear glasses.
Yep. Badly. Yep. Then you've got Wolverine. Teaches battle strategies and how to put holes in your gloves.
I don't think Wolverine's very good at teaching battle strategies. If
I think you've got Beast. He teaches battle strategies.
Isn't Beast an engineer?
It depends which one you went to, because one he was a politician.
I thought he was Kelsey Grammer, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I thought he was like a really clever engineer, sort of Jim will fix it guy. I'm thinking about the cartoons here. He was always tinkering with stuff and building the
Maybe, yeah. So we might have an engineer.
So you might have an engineer. So,
engineering. How to fix the X-Jet when it breaks down.
So yeah. Mechanic.
Yeah.
Maybe you get an extra point.
And then you got Jean Grey as Doctor.
Jean Grey as Doctor.
Yeah.
Did she have a medical degree?
Yeah, she was Dr. Jean Grey.
She had a medical degree.
In the films, she did.
Okay.
Then you got Storm, talked meteorology, I guess.
And then at the end, when Xavier died, she
became a professor.
She started teaching history and maths. Now, I'd argue she's not qualified for that.
Yeah, but I don't think most of them are qualified.
So I'd say, as a rule, the teacher's probably a 2.
Yeah, they were bad teachers. Unless you were being an X-Men, bad teachers.
Yep.
So for those of you keeping track on our scores there, that brings the X total to 7. out of 15.
Out of 15.
That's less than half.
Yep.
Okay.
It's not good. Not good.
So next
okay.
up, who we got?
Sunnydale High.
Sunnydale High.
Sunnydale High. Okay. So, Sunnydale High. Applicable job skills.
Survivability
was the first one. That's it. Yeah.
I say they pretty much all survived,
apart from when it got to graduation, when a good 2/3 of the class died.
Well, Buffy actually became a tutor and a school counsellor after she graduated.
Yeah, it's a different set of students, isn't it? From
so what we're saying, the first set, they all got through fine. Most of them didn't know there was vampires.
I'd argue that they didn't get through.
I'm going to go on a different story here. You ready for this?
Go on then.
Cordelia
was she was
the cheerleader.
She was a main character, though, wasn't she?
And she left.
Main characters were.
She got out. She graduated. She left. She became
one out of a class of 50 or something.
Yeah. All right. Xander, you became an engineer in the city.
An engineer? I thought he was really stupid.
No, he also became he had a lot of soldier knowledge from one misfired spell or something.
Yeah, that's
as
right.
well.
Yeah. Yeah, that was during the Adam thing, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, so main characters, the survivability, quite good.
Yeah. The only main character that died was Buffy's mum.
And Spike, technically.
Oh, and on Buffy a couple of times.
Yeah.
So I guess Angel. All right. Yeah. But they all came back.
Yeah.
It's an issue.
So
survivability high. Yeah, you might die, but you'll get over it.
Well, if you were a main character, you might then get over it. But none of the side characters or bad guys, like some of the students.
Yeah, but none of them died.
Some of the students died. Look, students were always dying left, right, and centre, getting murdered.
I remember a teacher getting eaten.
A teacher got eaten by Angel.
Xander and his mates.
And a teacher got eaten by Angel.
Yeah. So teachers dying all the time.
Teachers dying all the time.
I don't think the kids did.
Yeah, the kids did, because they were.
I remember the kids always learning lessons.
Yeah. There was a core group of kids that will learn lessons. There was like a secondary set of characters that were taught to learn lessons, and then the rest of them were dying. There was always people getting killed at parties, people getting killed at the this, that, and the other that the kids were going to after hours. They'd go to a kissing point and they'd sit there kissing, and then they'd get murdered in their cars or things like that. So there were kids dying almost constantly because of that school. In every episode, I'd argue.
I'd go for a 3 right in the middle ground.
All right. I'll let you have a 3.
It's better. It's less survivability than the X mention.
Well, yeah, because the X mention, no one dies.
I'd argue that Rogue killed some, but that's comics. Knowledge.
It's secondary school, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's just bog standard. Everybody gets history, RE,
maths, science, physics.
So fairly decent.
Yep.
Is that a hot 5?
I'd give that a hot 5.
That's a hot 5. All right, well done, Sunnydale. Well, you're in. Teachers. Now and again, most of them are demons.
Okay.
You had the historian who wasn't a teacher, the library guy.
The Watcher guy, Giles.
Yep. He wasn't a teacher as such. He was just a librarian.
He was a librarian, but he was always teaching them stuff. You had a really good. Initially, you had a really good IT teacher. I'll say IT for the 90s. It was a bit of a joke in the 90s, IT.
Yeah.
But you had an IT teacher. She was quite good. She inspired the kids up to the point where Angel killed Aneta.
Yep. There was one teacher that was a bug, slept with Xander and had baby bugs.
Yeah. There was
one there was a headmaster who was a demon lord.
Yeah.
There was the guy who played Quark, Armin Shimmer.
There was the guy, and he got eaten, didn't he? Xander
he got eaten by Xander.
Yeah.
So teachers dying all the time, but they're passing on their knowledge well.
So as teachers, they're doing quite a good job, I'd argue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that another 5 for Buffy?
I think for 4 because of the survivability, maybe. Is it?
Because survivability of teachers is bad.
Yeah, because they were going through them on a monthly basis.
So
we'll
go down to a 4. That's all 3 of those. That gives that a hot 13.
13.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
That's not correct.
That's not correct at all. That's 9 and a 3. A 9 and a 3 is not 13.
No, it's 12. That's still good.
Welcome to Triadic Maths. The numbers don't matter. Just make it up.
So it's 1, 2, C.
Ampersand. Smiley face.
All right, so what's the next school?
What was the next school? Hogwarts.
Hogwarts, all right.
Hogwarts.
Sorry, just having a
survivability
drink
past
of a non-branded cola.
Hang on, doesn't that say poopsie? Right, so Hogwarts.
Sorry, I've wit this really weird.
You've wit this really weird. You said that really weird too.
I've got Hogwarty.
He's written Hogwarty.
I'm sticking with it.
All right, Hogwarty.
Survivability of Hogwarty. A lot of the kids died.
A lot of the kids died in the Battle of Hogwarts, didn't they?
They did, like, that was bad.
Yeah,
That was the same graduation year as Harry Potter.
Yep. Cedric Diggory died as well, but early on, didn't he? So, yeah, survivability, quite poor, I would have thought.
Yeah, bad.
Very bad,
Bad.
yeah.
I'm going to put that as a hot one. Too many kids died in that school.
Yeah, it's because most of the graduating year died, didn't they?
Yep. All right.
Including some main characters.
Knowledge.
Knowledge.
Unless you're a wizard, completely irrelevant. You don't talk.
And I'd argue that at least the year that Harry was there, most of the classes that were taught were redundant for him anyway because they didn't get a proper education.
Yeah, because they were specifically being taught crap, weren't they? So is that a one?
Yeah, I'd say a hot one for that.
Yeah, that's a hot one. Teachers. A lot of them were evil.
A lot of them are evil.
Picked on the kids.
and some of them tried to murder the children.
Yeah, a hot one.
I'll say that's a hot one as well.
All right. Hogwarts, officially the worst school ever.
The worst school. So, I don't think we can beat that.
No, have a minimum score of 3. It got 3. Oh no, I broke my pencil.
Oh no. Yeah, I think we might have found our worst school, but
we literally can't get any worse.
We've
got to go into negatives.
Well, we
What have we got next?
We've got next the Unseen University.
Unseen.
Now, in the Unseen University,
survivability. If you didn't
depends on skill level.
Yeah, if you didn't progress, nobody wanted you dead.
Yeah. Also, if you did progress and was very skillful, they may have wanted you dead, but they couldn't do it.
Yeah. I mean, Arch-Chancellor Matey Boy, can't remember his name.
Ridicule?
Maybe. He was constantly under attack, wasn't he?
He was,
he just shrugged it off each and every time.
Yeah,
so if you're good at it, if you've been taught well, if the knowledge gets in well on this one, then your survivability goes up.
Yeah. And because as long as you don't, I'd argue as long as you don't.
However, we did severely penalise Hogwarts for the number of dead students.
Right. But how many of the students die versus how many of the graduated wizards die?
I'm going to bring out a particular book involving the Unseen University.
Which one?
It's the one with the sorcerer kid.
Okay.
And
she's a girl, isn't she? Oh no, that's another one. Equal Rights. You should think
Equal Rights is not the one I'm on about.
No, Equal Rights is the girl one.
Sorcery. I'm thinking of Sorcery.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Sorcery. Yeah, but
that's where the teachers break up into their own little wizard towers, and the sorcerer himself kills a load of them.
Yeah, yeah.
It severely depletes their numbers down to the last remaining tower in Amhol Park.
But that is very much a Jedi Academy argument. In all of the history, that's the first time that,
But wasn't it established that it wasn't the first time? Every time a sorcerer came along, it happened?
Every time a sorcerer comes along, it becomes a war. But a sorcerer doesn't very often come along because they don't make the sorcerers.
The 8th child of an 8th child of an 8th child. There's a wizard square in it. No, because it was Oct. It was 8th.
I can't remember. Yeah, it must have been 8th. But yeah, but in Equal Rights, you actually see the operation of the school. I don't know if you've ever read Equal Rights.
I have.
Equal Rights is when the 7th child of a 7th child is born. 8th child of an 8th child is born, whatever. But not the sorcerer route, but the one that gets the wizard skill. And the wizard's coming along, who knows he's going to die, and he passes the staff on to what he thought was a boy, and on his last breath he realises, damn, that's a girl.
Yeah.
And he's passed boy magic.
Yeah, because she's the first wizard and not a witch.
Yeah, she's the first wizard girl, and she goes and has to try and secretly learn magic. And as she's watching the school, the students, they vie for supremacy, but they learn and they teach, and as long as they're working hard and working it out, they generally just work their way through. It's not until they graduate that they really start fighting for academic position.
All right, so survivability, we're going with a high survivability. Technically, Rincewind survived a lot. And he was the shittest wizard going.
I'd say Rincewind was an exception to the rule because Rincewind had the oldest spell in the world.
It did it did rewrite the reality in it to put him back on the disc when he fell off.
Yeah, exactly. So he's a special case.
All right. The librarian.
The librarian? What about him?
he got hit by pure untamed magic.
Yep.
And just became an orangutan. He
Yep.
survived.
He survived.
Became better, if anything.
And if you read the books, it says that he both knows the spell to turn him back and has hidden the spell to turn him back
Because he prefers
being an orangutan. So
survivability then. What are we doing? Out of 5. Throw a number out.
I think 3.
3?
Because it's dangerous work in Terry Pratchett's world.
Yep. Knowledge.
The wizards leave with great knowledge in Terry Pratchett worlds. They are...
Although, a lot of the time they don't know anything that's going on, do they?
No. But
they just seem to bumble along.
They are very bumbly, aren't they? Yeah.
So I'm going to go with a no on knowledge. Just no.
They're very knowledgeable about magic, but they're not very knowledgeable about the outside world.
Even then, they don't, because they don't like to discuss magic between themselves and they don't want to give each other ideas, aren't they?
Yeah. But individually, they are very knowledgeable about magic.
I think, wasn't it explained that they could pretend to be? None of them ever cast spells. They specifically don't cast spells because they don't know them or something like that.
I think we're all grasping at straws here, but I don't remember. So
I'm sure I remember something like that. Why would you want to cast a spell? You know how long that takes?
I don't.
I'm sure that's Ridcully that said that.
Possibly. I don't
So
know.
I think knowledge is quite poor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they
throw a
fade
number out.
knowledge. I'm going to go for 1.
You're going for a 1.
I'm going for a 1 on knowledge.
All right. Yeah. I'll go for it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Teachers.
The teachers are notoriously bad. They don't want to share the knowledge.
Exactly. Hence, no knowledge passed on.
So
that's going to be a 1.
That's a hot one.
That's a hot one. Yeah, all right. That brings us to 5 in total for them out of 15.
Oh, that's quite
It's
bad.
a low one. Sunnydale's looking pretty good at this point. Any others? Do we have another score?
Angel Grove.
Power Ranger place.
Power Ranger Land.
Angel.
You're right, an angle.
Groovy?
Groovy. Angel Groovy. Hogwati. It's a theme.
Hagwati Veyron.
So.
Right, survivability. Angel Grove. Perfect. Isn't
Fifth.
it?
5 out of...
Yeah.
Yep.
Nobody dies, as you pointed
Nobody
out.
dies.
Knowledge. It's just ordinary high school. Same rules as Sunnydale.
5.
Yep. It's got to be 5. And there we go. Right. This is where we get teachers. I can't remember any teachers from...
No. I can't. I do remember that at some point the guy that played the white Power Ranger in the original ones came back in because he's been in like 5 or 6 different variations of Power Rangers, and he came back in another one as a teacher, and he was quite good at his job of teaching, and he gathered the Power Rangers together and he taught them about the power of the Power Rangers.
Wait, he taught them Power Rangers?
He taught them at the school, taught them stuff at the school, and then when they found out about the Power Rangers, he then taught them about the Power Rangers as well. So he was multitasking.
What was he teaching at the school? Martial arts?
I don't remember, to be honest with you. I'm not even sure if it's true. I just have a vague memory.
See, I remember the original Power Rangers, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't remember I don't remember any.
I remember the school bullies, the 2 stupid ones.
Yeah. Well, sidebar. Did you know that the blue Power Ranger had a finger missing?
Nope.
Just there you go. Useless fact for you.
Billy.
Yeah. Yeah, the one that had the mastodon in the film. I don't know what he was.
Mastodon.
I don't know what he was in.
I don't know, there were dinosaurs in the film, sure.
Yeah, no, they got the second set, didn't they? The first lot.
I can't remember.
Ivan Ooze or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Anyway.
Teachers, then. I don't remember any of them. I can't... I think we have to give it a low score, purely because we don't know.
Yeah, I think... Not applicable?
Not applicable.
Not applicable.
All right. Not applicable. Hey, that gives them 10.
Yep.
They almost beat Sunnydale with that. If they'd have got a 2 or better for teachers, they would have been on it.
Top, yeah. Yeah.
No teachers to speak of.
No teachers, yeah. So,
all right.
yeah.
Anything else? Magician's Guild?
Magician's Guild, yeah. Now, I think this one's going to go...
I think this is going to be a high one.
Yeah.
Because I'm going on the deaths that I remember.
All right.
And I only remember Lorcan dying.
Karen died.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. They were the only 2 that I remember.
Yeah.
Only the Circassians died.
Yeah.
Otherwise, right?
Yeah.
So I think survivability of the kids,
yeah,
quite high.
High, yeah.
Yeah.
5.
That's 5. Let me just write. I forgot one.
You're right.
Guild.
Magician's Grilled. Yep.
Grilled.
Grilled.
Magician's Grilled. You kill 'em, we grill 'em.
I love the taste of magician in the morning.
Knowledge, they were really big about passing on
They
their
were
knowledge.
they were
hence the forming of the
incredible.
guild.
Yeah.
Teachers, spot on.
Teachers
I mean,
were
one adopted. What's the face?
One adopted the girl. Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think we've done it.
Yeah. I think we found the best school.
Yeah.
Five.
That's a hot 15
that's
right there.
Yeah. That's
So, out of those 6 schools that we've got, so we've got the X Mansion.
Yep.
We've got Sunnydale High.
Yep.
Hogwarty. Unseen University.
Yep.
Angel Grove High.
Angel Grove.
And the Magician's Guild.
Yep.
Okay. In order of worst to best, or would you like it the other way around?
We'll go from best to worst.
Best to worst. Okay.
Starting
so
at the top, we've got
Magician's Guild with a
Magician's
hot
Guild.
15.
Yeah.
Best magician's school to live in.
Best school to live in, just in general.
It was genuinely a school you could live in. It was a boarding school as well.
Yeah, it was a boarding school, yeah.
You're left with the title of Lord or Lady.
Yeah, that's always handy.
Yeah, why not?
People bowed to you.
Yep. Next under that, Sunnydale High.
Sunnydale
Maybe
High.
vampires wanting around, but you'll get a good education.
You get a good education out of it, as long as you can survive past graduation.
Exactly, that's the trick. If you just do that, you're good. Okay. Next after that, Angel Grove. Power Rangers, occasional monsters that sit destruction, but teachers were alright.
Yeah.
We think we can never remember them. Possibly not.
Teachers, yeah. It's the teachers that let that school down.
You survived. Nobody died.
Nobody died, yeah. So
apart from the potty men, I guess. But
yeah.
They're the bad guys. So.
But they're no bad guys, so they were allowed to.
You got a full knowledge of any high school.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. Next in, the X Mansion, believe it or not, comes in at 4th.
Yep. Yeah. Bloody hell.
Yep. That you don't get any knowledge from it. Nothing applicable unless you want to fight something or physics.
Yeah, unless you want to fight something or physics or rebuild the X-Jet.
Yeah. Then you're you should have luck. But yep, that's fine. And then after that, the Unseen University comes in at 5th.
A hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot 5, that one, isn't it?
Yep, it came in at number 5. Again, you don't get any knowledges. Your teachers are out to shit, and you're lucky if you can survive.
But you can survive.
Somehow, that still beats Hogwarts.
Because it failed across the board. It failed on teachers, it failed on knowledge, and it failed on survivability.
Yep, the lowest score it could get, it got it. That's its only real achievement in our table here. So that's what we've learned today. If you want to learn magic, you're best off going to Trudy Canavan's Magician's Guild.
If you want to survive high school.
If you want to survive high school, you got Angel Grove.
As well, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely the highest surviving one.
Yes, essentially. If you want to survive and learn, go to a Magician's Guild.
Yep, same with Angel Grove. Like
if you want to fail epically at life and maybe just die, take a trip to Hogwarts.
Yeah. Well, hope you've enjoyed learning that with us.
And we'll catch you again soon. Thank you very much for listening.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks for listening, and if you'd like to follow us on Twitter, we are at Triadic Ent. We are also on Facebook, and you can find us on Patreon under the name Triadic Entertainment. If you like our content, feel free to subscribe. Every penny helps. There are some great rewards available, and we would much appreciate it. Thank you very much for listening, and good night.